It's the ... with Tim and Scott episode show.
Thank you so much.
And we will be talking about, Scott, you want to reveal the subject of the show today? What's up, everybody? It is the ... with Tim and
Scott
show. And we'd like to tell everybody
to like and subscribe. Or
everything. Just like everything with us on it. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. Anything else?
That's it.
And tell a friend, would you? Tell a friend to listen. We're getting a lot of compliments coming our way from people. They're like, oh, wow, Tim, you're so funny. You're so funny, Tim. You're the funniest guy, Tim. They're all listening. Just if you think that, tell a friend.
So how's it going, Tim? Let's get into our episode.
Well, today's episode, Scott, we have a really fun one for everybody. Go ahead.
Toronto.
With this episode, we're going to be talking about our trip to Toronto. Toronto.
You know, let me get into my new look first, actually.
What? Well, wait.
You don't mind? I mean, let me address my new look here.
Well,
I'm sitting here with a mullet. Yellow sunglasses on, my USA hat, which I only took off because I thought the national anthem was going to play.
Right.
So
very patriotic of you, but I thought you served.
Well, yeah, I served at a few restaurants and shit, but I don't even get what you're getting at.
Well, if you serve in the military, you don't have to take your hat off.
No, I served in restaurants.
Right, so you have to take your hat off.
Service is service. When they say thank you for your service, I take that personally. I say you're welcome. Anyway, so now I got this new look. So now I'm gonna change my personality accordingly.
Okay.
Here's I think it's probably best.
Well, let me start with I like this new look. You look hip. You look fun. The mustache, a little creepy. I don't know. I'm still the yellow sunglasses.
That's just
also creepy. But the mullet, I'm liking. You look like a fun guy.
Yeah,
you do.
It is, it's funny. It's fun to look at. It makes me laugh actually. But I'm gonna change my personality accordingly.
Okay, now what does that mean to you?
So I'm gonna pick up a few habits, maybe drop some habits. I'm gonna start chewing tobacco.
Right. Okay.
I'm
gonna
get
spit into the bottle.
I'm gonna spit. I'm not gonna be worried about where the spit's going. That's how I'm gonna take it. When I spit, I spit.
Right.
If there's a bottle around, there's a bottle around.
If it hits a bottle randomly, that's
great.
Just where it goes.
That's great. I'm into NASCAR.
Yep. I see that.
You come over, I'll show you all my signed Dale Earnhardt stuff, Dale Earnhardt Jr. stuff.
Did they give you that with the mullet haircut?
Yep, I got all that.
The mullet, right? And here's your...
And they sent me here. Go to the nearest memorabilia place. Yeah. You're going to need to pick up a few things.
Yeah.
Said, no problem. Here's something else I'm obligated to be into, just because of this new look. I guess barely legal girls.
No.
I'm not happy about it either. That's the thing. I'm not happy about it either. But I have a mullet. I'm wearing yellow sunglasses, and I got a hat that says USA with a bald eagle on it with the American flag. So what do you?
Why?
Why
did you have to say barely legal girls?
How else? I'm trying to just tell you this stuff I'm not trying to hide. I'm just this is the reality I now have to live and shit. So laugh all you want, I guess. Another thing I kind of have to be into is. Well, I kind of have to be a little more racist.
No.
That's then I'll keep it to myself because I have a mullet,
Yeah, it's just assumed.
That just is what it is. I'm probably going to do a lot more cocaine.
That's true.
If anybody offers it, I'm sure I'm going to get offered way more because just look at me right now. You know? I'm obviously going to tell people I play AAA hockey.
Well, you can't be now you're two different types of mullet wearers. You're being a pedophile, NASCAR-loving guy.
Scrap the hockey one, then. I'll scrap that.
Yeah, you only get to choose one or the other.
I'm going to be really into the blue-collar comedy tour.
That's good. Here's
Jeff Foxworthy.
Here's your sign.
Here's your sign.
Ridiculous.
Hey, You waiting for the bus? All right, let me tell you something. Here's your sign. She ain't coming.
You may be a redneck if you're into barely legal girls.
See?
Here's your sign.
You're getting it.
Yeah, I got it. All right.
And then what? And I got one more thing.
Oh, okay. This was a planned bit. This.
I got one more thing. And
This
I'm
is
just
like
gonna.
most of your planning. This is a good 1/3 of your planning for today.
There you go, buddy. And
All
I'm
right.
just gonna get a little more knowledgeable about cars.
That's good. Like what's a transmission?
Like I'm just gonna know more than like they have like the 4 wheels and like they go vroom vroom and like like it takes me to like daycare and shit. What? Sorry, I had a flashback that I was like 5 years old.
Yeah, selling insurance.
Selling insurance, Ben,
All
Chattanooga.
right, we get ready to start. Can we start?
I've started fucking.
All right, it is the ... with Tim and Scott show, and today we're
You're
gonna.
gonna introduce it every 10 minutes, eh?
Well, I just want to give Maddie a place to edit.
Because she's gonna throw out that.
Wow,
You're a piece of shit, man. Keep going,
She's
man.
definitely gonna take out the part where you said you're a pedophile. I don't know.
I said barely legal. I guess you don't know English.
All right.
You don't have your education, eh?
Wait. Time out. What's
No,
up?
I'm definitely leaving that bit in.
Why? We want to have a fun look about us.
Or you want to just talk about the fucking what AM 800 talks about and fucking AM fucking the fuck you want to talk about, man?
All right, let's talk about our magic road trip.
That's a good idea.
Our trip to where you got those sunglasses, actually,
Yep.
and where you
And this
discussed-
USA hat.
and that USA hat. We could have talked about it naturally within the trip story, but we had to throw it in the front.
Fuck, man. Life ain't picture perfect. You got to wake up to that. Like, sometimes shit happens. Selling insurance, like I did,
All
you
right,
got to know. Shit happens, man.
Can we start? Let's just
Yeah,
start.
let's. I'm down to scrap everything we did and start now, man. Like,
Well, we don't have to scrap it all.
yeah.
All right, just. All right, so we got tickets to see a magician up in Toronto. Toronto was having the Fringe Festival. His name is Keith Brown, friend of a friend of ours, producer
So he's a friend of the show.
Producer, yeah, friend of the show. I'd say that. He follows us on Instagram, which you should do as well. He unfollowed us on Instagram. He followed us, then unfollowed us? Emily said he followed. Wow. You know what? Fuck that guy.
Hey, friend of the show, Keith Brown.
Friend of the show.
So we go
What?
to Toronto because these two over here.
What?
We're going to investigate.
And we'll take out the fuck that guy part. I mean, that was a joke, Keith, if you're watching. Not that he would be. I don't think he'll get through the pedophile part.
Man, I like the way you want to do this show though. Like, just take out shit all the time. Like,
All right, fine. We'll leave it in. Leave it in. I don't care. Fuck.
so we're going to Toronto to see the
What
magic.
difference does it make? We're falling in the ratings. We're going from 100 views to 50 views to 27. And then what do you do to try to save us all? You start talking about how you like barely legal girls.
Man, I don't know, man. Like, I just tried to tell you the stone cold truth, and you
Why'd you
just
say
want to tell
man?
me that I'm just a piece of shit. So,
All
if
right,
that's what you want to.
Let's get on the rails.
Okay.
Not rails of cocaine. On the actual.
On the other rails.
Let's get on the rails. Friend of the show, Keith Brown, magician, Emily's friend.
Yeah.
So we all get tickets to this. We all get in a car in the morning, drive up to Toronto on the Saturday. Now, first thing that goes on, I'm up early. I'm ready to go. I'm packed, and I'm just waiting for somebody to message, hey, we're on our way to Emily's to get in the car.
Yep.
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 But then nobody messages, so I'm just waiting. I wait till like 8 when we're supposed to be meeting,
Yep.
and I just head over there. And then they're all waiting in the car for me for like a half an hour. So now I'm the late idiot, but I was so prepared. I'm the third bear.
Yep.
Thanks.
Fuck.
Am I the third bear? Third pig. The one who made it out of bricks.
Yep.
Now I look like
The one who made it out of bricks always waited for other people to let him know, like,
Yeah.
to show up. Like, that was his sort of thing.
Well, now I look like the one that made it out of fucking straw.
Yeah,
I'm
the
just
feathers
a fucking
and shit.
disheveled idiot, but I was so prepared.
It sounded like you were prepared.
Yeah, I was ready to go.
I mean, I guess you could have took it upon yourself to say something like, hey, are we meeting at Emily's for 8 or something like that? Like, I'm unclear of what's going to happen. But, like, shit happens. Like, Selling insurance, I know, man.
Yeah, anyway, so then I get in the car, and I made a playlist for this thing, a 10-hour playlist. I dibs the playlist making, and I made a 10-hour playlist. So we listened to this 10-hour playlist. No compliments. Not one good song in the 10-hour playlist. Nobody says anything about my 10-hour playlist. You know how long it took me to make the 10-hour playlist?
That's why I'm
I had to listen to every song in the 10-hour playlist to make sure it was good, back to front to back.
Yep.
Well, that's the page.
That's unbelievable.
We pick you up. We head over to Bell River. Pick you up.
So I had it easy because I can wake up the latest. I didn't have to drive anywhere. People are coming to pick me up.
Yeah, but you don't get your choice of seats. You were shoved in the back with myself. So that's how, like...
I mean, I wasn't expecting the front, you know.
Yeah, the front. And then, like, I got to say, the person sitting in the front, Emily, little loungy with her front sitting. Just lounging about. She had her feet up on the dashboard. Oh, seat right back. And then there's 3 of us in the back seat. Just, you know when you just fall into place? You're like a puzzle piece in the back seat?
Yeah.
That's what it was. Like, you're just like, I guess my arm fits here now. And you're just sitting like that. Meanwhile, Emily's like doing her nails, like
Cleopatra vibes.
Yeah. Like, oh, yeah. How do you like it back there, peasants?
Felt like a...
Go ahead, Emily.
I had my seat so far up that Scott was lounging with his feet up.
Were you lounging?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
I mean, I don't even know. The things you get in your head, you just, like, run with them. Like
I was smushed against the window the whole time.
I mean, you had it bad.
I had to put my shoulders forward, and then Maddie had her shoulders behind mine. We were shoulder stacked. You don't think I like my shoulders back a little? Go ahead, Emily.
You were behind the driver, not behind me.
Well, but the thing is, I had clear vision on you, and I was like, fucking lounging. This lounging at least look a little uncomfortable for my benefit.
I mean, it's her car, though.
Yeah, fair enough.
Then we got pulled over.
We got pulled over because the driver, fake name
Reese,
speeding, which was good for us in retrospect because we got there early, but bad for him because he got a speeding ticket.
Yeah.
He was going like 150 the whole time. He was almost breaking the 100-mile-per-hour mark.
He was going fast.
He was going fast.
And there was a slight worry that his car was going to get detained at the scene of the crime. Crossed my mind for like a split second because...
Oh, because of speed racing.
Which was like decently... He was like not that far off.
Yeah.
Because it's like... But I'm glad
and he wasn't
that didn't
that
happen.
savvy with the police. Because remember the police officer was like, okay, let me see your license. And then he's like, you still live at this address? And then he was like, no. No, I don't. And then the officer was like, well, when did you move? Was it 3 days ago?
Yeah, wink, wink.
He's like,
I totally get it if it was.
No, it was about a year ago, approximately 356. Is it 56 or 65?
65.
Ah, okay, thank you. Days ago. And then the officer was like, oh, you got to get it changed within 3 days.
Yeah, you put the pressure on him, actually. So
Yeah.
that sucks balls. And if he gets caught again and not doing that, what's your
over.
address? Fuck, I'm going to tell you the truth.
Yeah,
This
I gotta
ain't
tell you
it.
the truth. Why would anyone tell the truth in that situation? It's
I might because, like, you just want to, like, be, like,
a nice guy.
transparent. Like, tell him I have a concealed weapon. Like, just, like, everything. Like, yes, I have my
Right.
gun on me.
Yeah.
Hands on the wheel. Yes, I have my gun and my couple of rifles in the back. Like,
Right. For hunting.
and yes, I don't live there anymore.
Yeah. Everything you asked. So you got a speeding ticket.
Yep, but that was all right. We, carried on.
Carried on the journey.
Yeah, and then what else happened, So we got pulled over. You know what we did a lot there? You know what we love doing? Us we love going out to eat.
Love it. I love going out to eat.
That is,
Where are you going with
that's
this?
we could have a comet or an asteroid hit us.
Be like,
We'd say, like, you got one thing left to do. Like, you want to hug your kids. You want to, like, have sex with somebody. You want to just, like, be around family and friends. You'd say, no, I want to go out to
buffalo
eat.
chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
On a patio.
Yeah. Patio drinks.
With your wife? No.
No.
My buddy Bill.
With my bud.
Yep.
That's how much we like going out to eat.
So we did that. We had some nice stuff there. We went out.
It was fun. We were driving in the car there, and I was acting like a tourist. And by acting like a tourist, I was saying,
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
yelling libtard out the window, and
Why did you do
just
that?
every chance I get,
Wait,
mutter.
let me explain this.
Fucking.
So we get to the big city. Oh man, we're wasting so much time. We get to the big city, and the first thing Scott does is pretend to roll down the window, except he actually rolls down the window, and he just yells, "Oh, is that a libtard right there? Like, there's a person right there, like 5 feet from the car." And I get you were joking about it, but it seemed like you were actually doing it. So everybody's already embarrassed by your presence.
Yeah.
and then you're driving around. You're pretending to be a tourist still. You're like, "Oh, what's that? A building?" And then you go like, "Oh, what's that? What's that train doing on the road?" And then Maddie and Emily go, "No, that's a streetcar, Scott."
Yeah.
Not realizing that you're just joking. They just thought you were an idiot.
Yeah.
Because you are an idiot.
That was a nice one. I like that one.
Like, how are you not embarrassed by people's perception of you?
I wasn't embarrassed,
That's what I
actually.
don't get about you. Like, this whole trip is just things you did. Like, legitimately, I went through the list and wrote out, like, a list of things on the trip.
Let's go in order.
And we will go in order, but it's all things you did that you should be embarrassed by. Yeah, you come on here, you wear these ridiculous glasses, you got a more ridiculous haircut, a more ridiculous hat, and then you start talking about how you're having sex with underage women.
Who said that? Everything else I agree with besides what you just said at the end. Like, that was disgusting what you just said at the end. Like, if you were listening, I guess you don't even listen to me, actually. That's fine with me. Like,
No,
hey,
I listen.
So you heard me say barely legal.
All right, barely legal. You're correct. Yes, I apologize about that. So we end up, all right, so we get some food on the patio there, right? We're eating. We get to the big city. We park the car.
That was the first thing we did. Yeah, we went to eat.
And then now, here's a thing that I realized from that moment. Because Maddie took a picture of us, posted to Instagram. I officially have titties.
Hey, I'm happy for you. Congratulations.
And then the thing is, it had so many likes by the time I noticed. I can't be like, take it down, because I'm so needy for likes as well.
Yeah, and titties get likes.
Yeah,
in general.
That is true. Maybe it helped.
Maybe you should start showing some cleavage.
Maybe I will. I get some V-necks going.
I might even buy you a push-up bra.
Thank you.
Or like a sports bra.
Appreciate that. I'm sure you'd know. You could ask your barely legal girlfriends.
Yeah, I think she just grew out of hers.
Yeah.
So I'll ask her. I got to pick her up from wherever I'm picking her up from. So it's all right, though.
Yeah, fair enough. All right. Anyway, you want to take a break?
Yeah, let's take a break. I got to make a phone call, and we'll be right back. Thanks for sticking around.
Do you enjoy comedy? Well, do we have a show for you? Craftheads Brewery, every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Come on down and see Tim and Scott. Tell Tim and Scott sent you, and we might buy you a drink, depending on if Scott's there with money on his hands. He works a cash job, so you never know. But anyway, back to the show.
And we're back.
We messed that up too. This show is off the rails officially. I'm taking this show. It's off the rails.
Then let me just take it. Then I'll just move on. So we get to the big city of Toronto. We
did that part already.
We go into a parking garage.
We were already past that part.
Then we go out to eat.
Yeah, we go out to eat.
There we go.
And then we eat. We have a drink or two.
Yeah, you're stepping right into it. It said we go there. It says no pets allowed.
Oh,
so I'm thinking, okay, how am I going to get in here?
Yeah, I like how you made that joke in line. Like, you're like, oh, I guess I can't. You're just like insulting yourself at this point. You're like calling yourself a dog.
Call any animal. But it's just funny, though. And then, I actually got a FaceTime there at dinner.
Oh, yeah, that was hilarious, too.
Fucking.
See, I don't know. That was actually legitimately funny.
I guess he must have saw our Instagram post,
Yeah,
and
so
fucking
Scott-
Aubrey, he fucking FaceTimes
Yeah,
me.
so Scott goes, let me let Drake know that we're in the city. And then he, pulls up a I think this is just hilarious.
A YouTube video of
Drake
Drake
on FaceTime and starts talking to it randomly. And boy, did I laugh.
I had a good laugh too.
I had a great laugh at that one.
I had
You
a
know
good.
what? And then I was like, you know what? I'll forgive him for his. Forget what you've done.
And then fucking at breakfast the next day, Bieber and fucking Matthews FaceTime me.
Yeah,
I had to take that call. Fuck, man.
Man, because you're
I
not.
told him we're about to head out, fucking
Fuck.
boys.
Oh, boys. But yeah, you're just not up in the big city as much as they'd like, you know.
Yeah,
so word gets around quick.
Yeah, they just wanted to see me.
But anyway, so we eat at this restaurant patio, take a titty picture, you make your dog joke.
Yeah, I tried to take my shirt off.
And this is what I mean. Like, how does nobody know that my tits are in the picture, Maddie? Like, how are you not inspecting the picture to make sure I look good? Like, I don't care what Scott looks like.
Well, the picture just captures, the image of reality. So if you just keep up with here's the thing with me,
That's the thing. Emily kept saying to make me feel better. It's not like that in person. It's not like that in person.
It's not like that in person.
But then there was another
like
picture.
the camera's making up stuff.
Yeah. But then there was a second and third picture that during the day, and my titties were showing in all of them.
That is fucking weird. You must have had a filter on it. Because there's a lot of those neat Snapchat filters now where they just add stuff. It must have been
like a slight titty. They don't even make it. This is our slight titty filter.
Slight ache.
Oh, you want full titty? That's a different filter.
That was a different filter.
This is just slight.
And it's just on the guy that it would hurt the most. That's the one they put it on. Because the technology now is so advanced. Snapchat can pick up on
They pick up on underconfidence.
Facebook wanted to buy it. They said no because they had.
No, this is gonna make us millions.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then we go to
So we're at that restaurant. I asked politely everybody at the table, "Do you mind if I take my shirt off? I'm in the sun right now."
I like how you're remembering all the jokes you made. All the they wasn't even it's just you making jokes.
Just peppering them in, yeah.
You're just retelling, and then I said this really funny thing. And then I said this really funny thing.
And then I guess nobody was comfortable with me taking my shirt off. Because I forgot I was in Brazil last week.
Everybody was like, no, you can't do that, Scott. They were worried you were about to take your shirt off. That, and that doesn't faze you, that people are worried about bringing you places.
I was in São Paulo, Brazil last week.
Yeah.
And that was just how
such a worldly guy.
That was I had some chicken there. So I've had chicken from all over. So we go out to eat to the restaurant. Me and Maddie get chicken fingers. Cultured. I think they were from, Mexico or something.
Yeah, probably. Good international cuisine.
Where do you get your chicken from?
Is it imported?
Imported?
Perfect.
I don't like the domestic.
Yeah. Come on.
I want this to have traveled a while.
Yeah.
That's why I like Chinese food so much.
Right.
Chicken balls straight from Shanghai. That's where mine are from.
Yeah, I believe it.
We go to eat. We have a gay old time.
Very gay old time.
Then we go to the true motivation for us that's even in Toronto because they had to go to a thrift store.
The Magician and then, yes, the thrift store because there our producers got a movie because they've been working so hard on this podcast, huh?
Yeah. They saw how well this was going. They said, now we can work on a movie.
We need to hire them because honestly, we're carrying them, frankly. We're making them look good to the point where they got a movie. Both of them got hired.
Yeah. So, hey.
Yeah.
Let's just say you're welcome. And anyway,
problem.
Thanks because sometimes I like to say thank you to people that give me opportunities and stuff.
I would as well, but some people are ungrateful.
And so they had to buy the clothes for the movie.
Right.
And so we go to this thrift store.
We go to a thrift store.
And, I happened to buy these glasses.
Yeah, you were looking for an hour for shit. And I remember coming up to you. You had 3 hats in your hand. One of them was this one, which you said you're going to buy because it's hilarious. Another was a Mario hat. Yeah. And then another was just a green one. I was like, the green one's nice.
A purple hat.
Yeah, and then you did not buy the purple hat at all.
Oh, wait. I didn't buy the green hat. I bought a purple hat.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, and I was just thinking, where is he going to wear these? And boy, lo and behold.
Now that I have a mullet, this hat, this USA hat is basically mandatory, like especially because I was in the service. I worked in a lot of restaurants.
Yeah.
So like
You
it's
got to show your
just,
pride.
yeah,
Support
one of those
the
things. Support the
service.
troops.
Service.
That's why I'm always surprised when we're supporting the troops and they say like thank you for our service members and stuff. I'm like, holy
well,
fuck,
no,
like
I did do a good job.
you're welcome, I guess. Like,
I don't even use a notepad. I'm not good at serving.
yeah, like
Yeah.
anyway,
I got that
So,
landed hard with you, but it done
you know,
with-
here's some. It was like a 1-day vacation going there.
Yeah, well, it was 2, but yes. What do you consider
one
the
night.
travel as part of the fun? Because it was kind of fun, you know, watching Emily recline and relax and me suffer.
Yeah, the drive up
Just-
is like
just
why
messing
you
around.
do this shit too.
Yeah,
Like,
because it's fun. A lot of anal sex talk. I'll say that on the drives. Lots of anal sex. Let me tell you that.
I mean, 3 hours you can.
Yeah,
the,
go
the weather
places.
goes quick. You know,
Yeah.
you talk about the weather, boom, you're done.
Yeah, it's hot out.
And then it's like,
humid
all right, well, what'd you put in your butt lately?
lately.
All right, well, this and that and the other. Whatever the case may be, you just start saying some vague statements. Well,
Yeah. So we're at the thrift store, right? You're looking at hats, all these ridiculous hats, and I'm looking for a fun shirt, and I can't find a fun shirt to save my life. I'm
Yeah.
just like, all these clothes suck. What
Yep.
am this isn't the thrift store I thought it would be. And then I head over to Zara next door, and what do they have? They have thrift store type shirts that I was looking for, but for like $100.
Whoa, good for
Yeah,
them.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's the problem. The
So how
thrift
many did
store-
you get?
Actually, I was telling Emily, we went together. I was saying this would be a shirt I buy thinking I'll be a fun guy. Then I'll be uncomfortable in it. Then I'll just give it to Scott. Then he'll wear it, get a lot of compliments on it. Then I'll want it back.
Yeah.
Like that would be the journey of the shirt.
And it just sits in your closet.
Yeah, I'll be like, Scott can't be getting compliments with this shirt. Yeah.
Respect.
That's the thing. I can't see you have any joy. I don't know what's wrong with you.
Yeah, you know, I think it's because like you are like so like devoid of joy and stuff like that.
I actually feel like I'm a fun guy.
Yeah. I mean, feelings are like legitimate too. Like people feel a lot of things. Like
Am I not a fun guy? I feel like I'm a fun guy.
I said, like people feel. I feel like
No one's rushing to the mic to support me.
like
Anyway,
I
it doesn't matter. Maddie's gonna be stone
I'm giving
cold.
credit to
It doesn't
everybody's
matter.
feelings. I'm giving credit to everybody's feelings.
Maddie's so brutal. Thanks, Emily.
You're a fun guy, man.
No, you don't humor me. Just
You
let's
are.
go.
You
So
are.
you get your ridiculous hats that you're never gonna wear except for on this podcast. Well, Maddie's so mean to me. If that's what you guys are discussing amongst each other, like let's just be honest, Maddie. Let's just be honest for once. God, no, I'm just kidding. That's a joke.
But in your mind,
Maddie
in your
wants to-
mind
by the
though,
way, Maddie wants to
everybody's mean to you.
Yeah, that is true.
Most times, you deserve it.
Oh. All right. Anyway, yeah, go ahead, Scott. So you get your hats. Oh,
Get our hats.
Then we go to the LCBO.
Well, like
go
you
ahead,
couldn't find your fun shirts,
I couldn't find
and
any
then
fun-
I leave the thrift store.
Yeah.
2 great shirts that you're envious of.
Well, one I was envious of. I forget what the other
The other
was.
one you're gonna be. Once you see how many times I get a compliment in it.
Yeah, I'll be like, damn, I should have bought that shirt.
So I'm one-upping you this whole time, but you got time to make up for it. So then,
Do you think you're a funner guy than me?
not even. You know, you like to go out more and stuff than I do sometimes. So
All right. Well,
generally, maybe, yeah. But
you don't have to humor me.
no, I'm not. You know, you're probably more up to do, you know, stuff that people think is fun, like go to the bar and like, you know, go and get ice cream or something. I like that stuff too, but you know.
Anyway, all right, let's keep moving here. So you get your fun shirts, you got your hats, we go out.
We go to the LCBO.
The LCBO, get a little pre-drinks going. You know what you do for a magic show? You drink.
You get
before.
drunk. You
That
get
way
drunk.
You're even more amazed.
Yep.
So we go to the LCBO. We're looking for things. I buy. I'm like, I'm gonna get some Mill Street Organic. And I was talking to you about it. I was like, it's nice. It's light. You drink a few. You have some fun.
So you grab the 6-pack there.
Yeah. And then I meant like, let's just share it between all of us. And then you grab another 6-pack of it. You're like, you sold me on it.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, okay, I guess we're getting drunk
Yeah.
before this magic show.
Yeah.
And then we're walking around the LCBO, and what do we see? We see a single bottle a single bottle on the shelf of honey elixir.
And, me being
And
me.
by we, I mean me. And by me, I mean I pick it up. And by me, I mean Emily. And then me and Emily discuss it for a while. And then I pick it up. And I look at it. I start to read it. I'm like, oh, honey elixir. Oh, 35%. What's a honey elixir? Oh, maybe I'll buy this, I even say. And then you just come up and you take it out of my hand. And you're like, oh, I'll buy this. I'm like, well, let me at least think about being a fun, spontaneous guy. And then you're like, listen, Tim, you're not a fun, spontaneous guy. I'm going to buy this.
I said that, eh?
Well, you said it so much with how abruptly you took it out of my hand, as if I wasn't going to do anything with it. Like you just assumed I was just going to put it down anyway, and then it would be something you do. But I want to be a fun, spontaneous guy sometimes.
Well, I guess you had your chance. I grabbed it from you. I said, nope, mine. So you could have held on tighter. I guess.
I think I was offended. I was like, what? I was talking about buying this.
And now I bought it. So, and there was only one left.
And you were the fun guy. Everybody was like, oh, let's try some of that honey elixir. Oh, my God, what a fun honey elixir. Thanks for buying this, Scott. You're such a great guy. Great shirt, Scott. Oh, yeah, you should wear that hat, Scott.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we get our honey elixir. We get our drinks there.
Yep. Then we go to our Airbnb.
We go to our Airbnb. And now as the fun, spontaneous guy, I immediately go down for a nap.
Yep. That was insane of you. I was thinking, man, this guy is a fucking party animal. He's going, this guy's fucking on DMT right now.
Right.
Like fucking in the fucking, who knows where the fuck he's at. He's tripping balls on DMT in his mind.
Yeah.
Dreaming.
Yeah.
And then, like he says, like you are the fun, spontaneous guy. So while you're like doing drugs, doing DMT, as your brain naturally makes it as you sleep.
Yeah.
And then I'm kind of being a bummer. I go out and I walk around the streets. I see like this music festival. I go and I watch that. And
Yeah.
I offer to take a picture of these people. And
Oh, that's fun. I love
I was just being a Debbie Downer. Like,
Yeah.
that sort of thing. Like
Right.
I
I love being the picture-taking guy of randoms.
felt good. I see this lady taking a picture of her group, and I'm
And you're like,
thinking, and
"Why
I'm
don't
sitting here, and
you get in there?"
I'm thinking, hey, you know what? Get your pretty ass in there right
Did
now.
you say that?
And I slapped her bum, and I said, get the hell in there, you freaking fine piece of
And she
Mamma
was like,
Mia.
"Oh, stop.
And I said, I'm just staying down the street on top of a fish market. And then come and find, it smells like fish, but don't worry, that's not you. We're right on top of a fish restaurant. Don't you worry, that ain't your fine, sweet thing. So, I got her number. I fool around on the porta potty with her.
Yeah.
She leaves her fiance for me.
Yeah. A lot happened.
A lot happened while you were taking your nap,
Yeah. But I was on DMT.
Then I get a message from Emily, and she says, "Come back over. Forget about your fling,
Your porta potty
your
fling.
porta potty fun." I says, "Do up your your pants, sweetie. I gotta go."
Right.
So I head back over to the Airbnb with you guys, and you guys are having a good gay old time playing a cell phone drinking game.
Yep.
Me being from where this first time I ever seen a cell phone.
Right.
And so
Being from Nashville.
yeah, being from where I'm from. and everything.
Chattanooga, Tennessee, the third largest city in Tennessee.
It was a lot smaller back then.
Yeah.
And so, it's a game of like, never have I ever. And then if you take your drink if you had done it or if you didn't do it.
Right. Yeah. I forgot we played that. Yeah.
Back where I'm from in Chattanooga, Tennessee, my uncle told me, he said, you want to get drunk, you drink it.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna ask no damn question about it.
Right.
So
Except-
this was all foreign to me, waiting to drink until I had done or did not do something playing that game, But I was down, I was down to have a
yeah.
good time. And then we played the other game where you put that device on your head, give yourself brain cancer, as they say back where I'm from.
But it's worth it.
And then you try and guess what image is on there. So you say Mickey Mouse, and you go up and
I
down.
would say Mickey Mouse, and you would say, well, I guess I'd say Disney, and you'd say Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
And if Mickey Mouse was there, just so everybody knows how the game's played, I mean, we need to be clear. It's part of the story. All right, go ahead.
Everybody
Scott.
knows that game where you put it on. You put the brain cancer to your
device.
head.
Yeah.
You're-
Get all loopy.
Yeah, you get all loopy. It's hard to remember because you're going through chemo basically at the time.
Right.
Anyway, and then it's about ready to go to the magic show. You
Well,
know.
first a little thing happened. We were talking about somebody,
Yep, we were.
and then Emily goes, "As a child, that person was," and then I go, "I think there's still." You know, just a quick line, rattling off a quick line.
That was I gave you props. I said
Well,
nice one.
No one laughed. No one laughed. And then Emily goes, "They're not."
They're just.
Yeah, and then I go, "What's the difference?" Because I'm just trying to defend I already felt so bad about saying it. You know, it was just a quick line off the top of my head. I was so ashamed of myself. But you know, when you're so ashamed of yourself, you have to defend your point with all force. In shame.
That's something that you do very well is, double down.
I doubled down
just,
so hard.
Bury into, defensive mode.
Yeah.
That's what I love about you. You're very, defensive, insecure about what others think about you.
Exactly.
Very charming things. Anyway, we get the Uber and when we meet our friend Emily's friend at this restaurant.
So then we get there, right? And then the first thing that happens, Maddie goes, "We've been arguing all day."
Oh, these women love to cling on to arguments, don't they?
Hold on to it.
They're like you with that sort of thing.
Well, I was a little upset because I don't like to hurt anybody's feelings. And then I had to get over it. I had to be like, "Tim, you're just acting like this defensively because you hurt some people's feelings. So just stop being bitter. Stop ruining things."
You're just acting like a fool with your pants on the ground.
Exactly. But anyway, so we get there. So we're all over it. We're all having fun. We're all having fun again. And Maddie brings up that we just got in an argument to this person we just met. And then you go.
Yeah.
We were arguing about.
Yeah. So I told her what happened, and
Yeah. And then and then Emily then explains the argument to her fully now because Maddie brought up we were arguing. You bring up that. She said,
and then she said, calling is a
Either way.
terrible thing.
She says, "Either
and
way."
you're not a doctor.
She didn't say the doctor part. She just goes, "Either way, doesn't matter what the medical definition is. Whoever did that's just a terrible, terrible person for doing that."
Which I agreed.
Yeah. And then I went, well, Scott said it. I don't know why Scott said that.
Yeah. And then
And
that
then we all
was
had a nice
funny.
laugh, but you didn't clarify, which I was thankful for. It saved me the embarrassment.
See, that's the thing. Like,
All right, wait. Emily wants to interject because this is deeply involving her.
What she
now.
said was kind of a mix between the two of what you said. She said, "Either way, that's a terrible thing to say about someone if you're not a doctor."
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
See?
Yeah.
It's like saying somebody has MS and you're not a doctor.
Well, how about this? Either way, why did we even bring up this story? It was clearly a faux pas. I was trying to be funny off the cuff, trying to make you all laugh, bring some joy to your joyless lives.
You're not me, Tim. Like, you don't know how to do that. Like, you're too defensive. You're too...
I'm not being defensive.
Just in general, in life, that's one of our big differences.
Time out. Maddie wants to say something. What do you want, Maddie? Good. Well,
See?
there you go. So now we're starting off with this new person. She thinks I'm terrible.
She thinks that you think that she's a blue pill liberal.
Well, it's-
Like, she's judging you.
She was judging me? Oh. Anyway, yeah, so she's judging us because I roped you in with me.
Yeah.
I don't know why we had to bring that up. Why was that brought up? Like, why couldn't we just be like, Tim never said anything offensive at all today. We're just having fun. Okay, now Maddie's in. Give it to Maddie. What do you want, Maddie?
She asked, "How's the trip been so far?" And I offhandedly said, "Oh, like a classic trip. We've already gotten into a fight. Like, haha."
But that
Trying
was
to make
true.
light of it.
Why
I was not the one who brought up what the actual situation was. I was just kind of like, haha.
That was probably me.
That was the thing
That
that
was
happened. And it was
you.
Scott who brought it up.
But you brought up that we were arguing. Why would you even mention that?
See,
not
and then
funny for me.
Maddie wants me to bring it up. So
you
I
knew
do.
who you were with.
No, let's take a break. You seem stressed,
I
and
am
then we'll get right
stressed.
back. We'll take a break.
Wait,
get right
Emily
back.
wants to say. Emily needs to clarify because I deeply involved her in the story. Go ahead.
When we get back, we'll talk about the fact that Scott said libtard at dinner.
Yeah, what was that all about? Yeah, throw it on Scott. Scott's the bad one. I'm the fun one. Okay, we'll be back after this. Wow, how did you know? Of course I am. And did you read the ad copy as it was written?
And we're back.
Why don't you want to do something fun with it?
That was fun.
Okay. So now we're in this predicament. We're at this dinner with the she, who is actually a she. I don't know why we have to keep this whole pronoun thing. Maybe I'm getting my own head about this. All right. Anyway, with the lady, we're at the dinner. She thinks one of us is a horrible person. I've done a good job of disguising it, like which cup is the horrible person in.
Yep.
And you kind of look like a horrible person. So that was working for me.
Yep.
That was working for me a little.
You're lucky.
And then all I'm thinking in my head is, we just met this person. We are going to have an uphill battle the rest of this dinner to win her back over to our side of fun.
Yeah, we had a battle.
We had a battle, which was not helped by you.
Mm-hmm. What I do, though?
You said, well, you dropped the term libtard. You said, all these libtards around here. What did you actually say?
Probably something like that. Just like probably jokingly yelling libtard at
You also
somebody.
ordered a liter of beer, which didn't,
Yeah.
I don't think helped the situation the rest of the night anyway. But
That was probably already a few in the bag.
yeah. Oh, yeah. That honey elixir hits hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a reason bees are
Buzz.
all buzzing
Let's just
all
say it
over the
was
place.
buzzed.
Yeah. It's funny. That's good. And then what did you say? Oh, then you said COVID isn't real. And this was her face when you said COVID.
I said something more PG than that.
No, you said,
because I never really say that like that.
Okay. What did you say you think?
I
'Cause
usually say it's like a lot.
Face. Let me do her face. You say it and then I'll do her face.
Okay. You know, I just think that COVID's like maybe like 90% propaganda. And she's like, I think I'll get the.
Fuck out of here as soon as possible. I'll get the dessert right now, please.
Yeah, that was funny though.
Yeah, that wasn't funny.
And then I remember though, I said something like that, and then Emily says to her, she's like, "Yeah, Scott used to be for the vaccine, and now he's like against it."
Wow, Emily
made me seem like a flip flopper here. But I also, that wasn't never like my.
Wow, everybody's being misrepresented.
I didn't say anything because I'm like,
Wait,
well, it's not worth
Emily,
it. Not worth it.
I tried to make a joke trying to make Scott seem less anti-vax by saying he once argued both sides of the argument on Facebook, because you did do that once.
Whenever I think people, I'm like basically pro-choice, like you guys, like just like whatever you want. Like literally, that's like my whole thing of like, it's up to you. Like it's not up to me.
The medical definition.
Pro-choice.
Sure.
In that sense, on my body, my choice. Yeah.
This is me being her.
But yeah.
All right. Jeez. Whoa. And then I made a little bit of a comeback. I made a joke. What did I make? I made a joke about hitting in baseball.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're not trying to bunt. We're trying to go for home runs. We're getting the pierogies, I said. That's what it was. We were debating whether to order the pierogies. And I said, we're trying to hit home runs of fun here. We're not trying to bunt on base. And I got a good chuckle out of her. So I was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
You know, we're back to even Steven.
Yeah.
And then you said libtards. She made a face. Then you said the COVID. She made a face. I came out looking good, I think.
Hey, you came out looking good.
And you came out
You guys
looking,
all split. You split the picture of things, and you split the pierogies.
The sangria, which I felt I drank too much of. Maddie thinks I did. See, huh? I think I did. Oh, I definitely drank way more than you. See, I gotta get out of my own head a little.
You love it in your head.
It's fun up
You're
here.
gonna be on your
Sometime.
deathbed thinking like, I wonder what the nurse thinks about me.
Is my hair okay?
Like not even joking. Like you're gonna be like, oh, I hope I don't look like ugly right now. Like, 'cause I'm dying. Like, fuck. Brush my teeth right now. Get the nurse to brush my teeth. So I want to like have white pearly whites at the funeral at my wake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know
Hey,
what you
good
mean.
on you though. Like,
And then we were running late for the show.
were
'cause
we?
The service was poor.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Slash
Yeah.
the chef or something was going on in that restaurant.
Yeah. The service was shit. Yeah.
They
it was
did
that
not
lady.
serve.
It was that lady was shit.
She should take her hat off for the national anthem. She did
She didn't earn it.
not thank you for your service.
No. I mean, gave her a
No, thank you for your service.
Probably made $35 in tips from us, $5 a pop at least. But
I tipped her 25% for sure. That's just my policy after COVID. I tip everybody 25% except producers. I do not add.
Yep.
I think they should work harder. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. That's a joke. That's a joke. By the medical definition, though, you should.
Medical definition of joke.
That was also a joke. No one's laughing. Okay, out of my
Then
own head.
we
How
get-
are my teeth?
We
Are they
get to
okay?
this magic show.
Yeah, we're running into the magic show. And the crazy thing, you need to wear a mask in the magic show.
That's right.
Which is why the COVID thing came up and the libtard thing came up.
Yeah, that might have been why.
I think that's why. Because we just walked around all of Toronto all day. No mask. Now,
Yeah.
all of a sudden, in this creative arts space, mask.
Let's wear a mask.
Let's all mask up.
You know, and our lovely Maddie, I didn't have a mask. She
And here's
provides
the-
a mask for us.
That is true. Thank you, man.
It was basically like putting like a piece of insulation on my face.
I know. I'm like, what?
The way
How
this
is
mask.
helping?
It was a heavy duty one though.
And it was
That's
so
what I'm
itchy
trying to say.
because I have this sweet beard now that everybody's complimenting me on, except for 3 people. Not you 3, but I had 3 complaints about it. And then it was just so itchy with the mask on. I'm like, oh, I can't even do this. This is horrible. I see why Scott is rebelling against all this bullshit.
Yeah.
And Scott doesn't even have his mask on. It's just falling off his face. And the lady comes, she's right on top of you about it. She's
Yeah.
like, hey, mask up, mask up.
Yeah.
You
I
see-
was trying to rebel.
You put it up. Emily starts to get embarrassed because she invited you. You were embarrassed by Scott. Let's be honest here. Huh? Well, this is what started the embarrassment. The mask up thing. You're like, oh, I can't bring this guy anywhere. We get some front.
Yeah.
We get some seats right near
I'm
the
muttering
front.
libtard basically. Like,
Yeah.
We got some good seats, like right up
Right
front.
Up front. We talked to him before
Second
the show.
row.
Yeah, second row, right center. And then he starts the show. Really interesting guy, telling all these fun stories. He streams football games for the CFL. He's doing all these cool card tricks where he's like, hey, I got an empty box. Woo, now there's cards in the box. I'm like, what? What is going on? And then he's like, guess where this ace is? And it's where he said it would be.
It was pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, and then Maddie taps me. She goes, Scott's asleep.
Okay, keep going.
He's asleep. And then I look over, and you're like kind of just, like as much as you could be laying down in a theater chair, you are.
Yeah,
Like,
I think I was doing something
you were like-
very similar to this.
You were like this. Like it was like that. And then I'm like, oh, fuck, he's asleep. And then Emily's so embarrassed.
I don't.
Because here's the other thing about Keith the Magician. He was calling on people from the audience. He's like, you, sir, in the red, get a number in your head. And that guy was like 30 rows up and to the left of us. So he definitely saw you front, center, second row,
Yeah.
asleep at the show. And I know you ended up defending yourself after the show, saying you weren't asleep.
I didn't. I don't think I.
Fell asleep.
There's like. There's.
thing is,
I don't
though,
think
but
I
here-
fell asleep.
Okay, but here, let's just do this really quick. Now, Maddie, did you fall asleep at the magic show?
No, I did not.
Do you think you fell asleep at the magic?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay. Now,
Okay.
Emily, do you think you fell asleep at the magic show?
No.
No, you want
Let
to
me
know why?
ask you,
'Cause they
let me
weren't
ask you.
close to falling asleep at the magic show. That's why they don't think.
Let's ask the others who were there. Maybe that was part of the show. He hypnotized me. But I also, here's why I don't think I was asleep, or at least like
defend
because
yourself for a sec.
I
Go.
was leaning like that, and I had the eye closest to you guys closed.
Yeah.
Because it was helping me see better with the other eye, like
Because you got drunk. But now here's the thing. Now, if I'm the magician and I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, my friend Emily from university is here with all her friends. Wow, what fun. And then there's the guy leaned over into as much of a laying position as possible with one eye open.
Yeah.
Which, like, I don't know if he could actually see that from 2 rows back.
Basically, it probably looked like that,
Yeah.
like right there. Yeah.
Like this. I saw you like this. He's going to think, that guy's asleep at my show. Regardless, if you had the, you got to be like,
I should have just had an eye patch.
yeah, you should just be like, I got the one eye, don't worry. Not actually sleeping, just trying to get a weird view.
It's open. It's open.
Nothing to be offended by. No, I know you just trained for 20 years doing magic all around the world for this moment. And no, I don't respect you at all.
Yeah.
And Emily invited me. And you were like casually laying into Emily. So he knew exactly who you came with. Hey,
Yeah.
wow, look how,
I was on the end.
Look how you were in the middle. You weren't on the end. Reese was next to you.
No, I'm pretty sure I would. Oh, see,
Oh, wow.
told you. Oh, this fucking
Wow.
guy.
You were leaning into Emily, though. That's
No,
the
I was
point.
leaning the other way.
Huh?
I was leaning the other way.
Reese was next to you.
Well, he didn't make much of a noise.
And was I leaning into Emily or the other way? I don't know about that.
You were
one.
asleep. How would you remember?
I don't know. Must
Anyway.
have dreamt it.
So then the show ends. It ended quite abruptly. Go ahead. Maddie has something to say.
Sorry. No, Scott was asleep.
You were asleep. Now, why do you say that?
Maybe.
Emily made me flick him because she was too scared to do so. So I gave him a nice hard flick on the leg.
I would also be scared. He'd probably just wake up. Libtard.
well, that,
Libtard. Libtards?
Libtard. Blue pill liberal. But if I was asleep, it was only for a minute.
It was for like 3 because we all discussed. Is he asleep? Is he actually asleep?
1 minute,
Flick
3
up.
minutes,
No,
30
you flick up.
minutes. Yeah.
well, then I flicked him, and he went, "What? What's going on?" And he just started talking at regular volume.
God.
I remember you flicked me. I said, what?
No, you said what?
Well, okay. I said,
You like
what,
woke
but-
up.
He said what very loudly. So then I shushed him, which made me feel like an asshole. And then he's like, oh.
Then you guys said I was asleep, and I said, no, I wasn't.
And then we were like, there's a magic show going on. Just be quiet. We'll discuss this at length later.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. So then the show ends. You wake
Great
up.
show.
You stretch. You hide your boner because you were asleep.
Yeah.
You get morning wood.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I got
Yeah.
this. Anyway.
I tell the magician, great job. You
Great
know,
job. Excellent job.
I loved it.
That was later, actually. Then we go to a bar, and he comes. He meets us all. And you said, great job to him. But he knew. He knew you were the asleep guy. He knew that was fake.
Must
And then
have.
what happened?
But at the end of the day, I'll admit maybe I was sleeping, but
It
I didn't
doesn't
think I
matter.
was. But the thing is
the
that I was.
optics of the situation were you were sleeping. It doesn't matter. To him, you were sleeping.
Yeah, but you're saying it's for 1 to 3 minutes, I'd say.
It doesn't longer. We're getting from the producer. But
These guys think I was sleeping for half an hour, 20 minutes. I
And
can tell you the
luckily,
whole show. Like,
at that moment in time, they were the closest people to you. So they would know.
they don't know.
Well, let's
They
ask
don't
Keith
know.
the magician.
He hypnotized me. He'd know. This is the whole reason I was sleeping.
Right, exactly. Anyway, so then we go, you meet him, you shake his hand, whatever, and
Yeah.
he knows you fell asleep. And then I go, oh, I got to go to the bathroom. Okay, now we're at the Fringe Festival bar area, whatever. So it's a very hip place, very progressive place. And we're looking for the bathroom. You have to go to the bathroom too. You come with me. And it's a gender-neutral bathroom.
Yeah.
Did I say gender? What did I say? Gender.
It's pronounced gender.
Gotcha. See? Anyway, so it's a gender-neutral bathroom. So I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. I don't think much of it. I'm just like, oh, progressive place. And then I walk in. I'm like, oh, no urinals. So I'll just go into the stall. You go into the stall. Now, not to out you, I know the bathroom is kind of a sacred
Safe place.
where you could do whatever.
Especially a gender neutral one.
A very safe spot. So I'm going to have to out you a little here. You start taking a big old shit. Now, that is fine. That is fine. You're well within your right to do it.
Thank you so much.
You're breathing heavy.
Yep.
And then as I'm walking out, two ladies walk in, occupy the stalls to the left and right of you. So now these ladies are just trying to, have a relaxing urination. And you're just in there going...
Like nice,
ugh.
like basically spa, relaxing urination. Yeah. Because I definitely did that. That's for sure. I was like acting like Fred Flintstone or something. Like,
you definitely did something like that because I left laughing to myself. Like, this is progress. These poor women have to sit next to, like, this is just what, which is great. It's great.
Equals.
It's great. We're all sharing.
Yeah.
But I don't think the intention was to have a disgusting man take his shit that he's been saving since morning because he's been on a road trip, drinking, eating pierogies, eating goulash,
basically
eating
a double
fast food.
Basically a double flusher.
Yeah. A double flusher. I don't think that's what was intended by the gender neutral. So that was quite funny to me.
You're right. But at the end of the day, you realize I'm the most progressive one there.
Right.
I'm more progressive than you
that
because
is
you
true.
think there's ladies present.
Let's not do
I
this.
can't take a shit.
And you think.
And I think I don't
ladies
care
present.
what gender you are.
That is true. Good rebuttal, Scott. That is a good rebuttal.
Like I says, I mean.
We're all equals. Let me take a big old shit next to you.
Yep.
Let me let it out.
And, I farted. I burped. I said, I don't care what gender you are.
I accept everybody.
I accept them all.
Yeah.
And then me and you had a nice hour and a half walk back to the Airbnb.
First, I got a little gripe really quick. We played Jenga at a table.
Giant Jenga. And
then I had pulled my back coughing because of long COVID. I've been coughing. I ripped the shit out of my back somehow. So I was inoperable. Like, I could not move, basically. So I'm just looking for a chair to sit in. And, there's a guy sitting at a table with 9 chairs. 9 chairs.
Mm-hmm.
I go up to him. Hey, can I get a chair? Can I use this chair? He goes, no, they're for my friends. And I thought he was joking because he has 9. And I'm like, all of them? And he's like, yeah, they're just out smoking. And there were people smoking. But the thing is, once they came back, he went out smoking with 3 more of them. So there was always 4 chairs available.
Yeah.
You can't have 9 chairs. And then I saw another guy just steal a chair from him. They didn't even stop him.
So we have the hour and a half walk back.
Yeah, so then
I'm embarrassing you because I'm burping.
Well, here's the thing. All right, let's get into this really quick. We decide to walk back. Everybody else takes the Uber back because I'm like, I love walking in the city. It's summer in the city. You walk.
Yeah.
Love it. You take in the sights where we walk in, Oh, look at that guy. Look at this guy. Look at that place. It's fun. It's a little adventure.
Yeah.
So we're walking down the street. It's about 2 a.m. We're all drunk. We're gay old time, happy.
I mean, I just woke up, so I'm full energy.
Yeah, you're full of energy. I'm suffering because of my back, but I'm powering through. I'm taking it as a challenge. And then there's homeless guys on the streets. There's other drunkards. There's guys just passed out. And you just start burping loudly, which you were doing all weekend long. You're just laying out these burps. And now everybody is turning to look at us. All these ne'er-do-wells, all these degenerates are looking at us.
As you call them, libtards.
Yes. Are looking at us. Nobody likes that you say that, I've noticed. All these people are looking at us as if we're the degenerates and the disgusting ones because you're burping all the time. And now, Scott, this is a new habit of yours. You never used to burp this loudly or this much.
That's the thing is that you're wrong. I've always been a loud, frequent burper.
Why?
Ask anybody.
It's gross. You're grossing people out.
I'm sorry.
Don't you want to find a wife?
Yeah. I mean, I do and I want to actually within the next year.
Really?
I want to actually be married within the next year.
Well, that's a long shot, I'd say.
It is what it is. Like you think that I can't do things, and I am gonna tell you that I can.
So you think you'll be married within the year?
I'm just saying that anything's possible.
You can't even book a wedding.
And I'm
location.
gonna say, let's just say I burp really loudly someplace. This lady comes up to me. She says, "You know, I'm a nurse. Let me give you some gravel. You know, let me take care of you. You must have something wrong." I'll say, maybe I do. Like, nobody's cared enough about me to, like, ask, like, what's the medical reason why you're burping so much?
Well, I'm asking that now. Isn't that enough?
I guess you're more asking me in a way that makes me sound like not a victim of my medical condition, which is kind of, like, rude and shit.
Like, why do you have to make it so loud all the time?
I've asked a lot of doctors that. Like,
you have to be putting some sounds into it. You got to be going like, ugh, making an ugh sound. You don't have to do that.
I mean, I was considering, like,
And then
getting
here's the other thing you don't have to do. When you do it, you don't have to point your vocal cords up into the air to let the sound travel further. You could do it into your hand, perhaps.
Yeah, because I was asking my family doctor about this. He says, you have two main vocal cords. I said, what if I, like, just got rid of one? Like, maybe, like, my burps, like, wouldn't be as loud and, like, if people wouldn't stare and everything. Because, like, shit, like, everyone has feelings, Tim, and, like, shit. Like, but he says, like, it's an operation we do, but it's, like, 50-50, like, chance of survival. Because, like, they got to go right through your mouth, down your esophagus and everything. And sometimes they can't, so they have to go through your chest cavity. So, like, I'm thinking I might do it just so, like, fucking people stop looking at me when I burp really loud and shit. Like, it's all good if you just want to, like, make light of everything. Like, and I'm sure when I couldn't hold in my farts on the ride back, you're going to bring that up as if, like, I'm some sort of, like, piece of shit. Like, yeah, okay, yeah.
Scott, I know you don't have a medical condition.
Oh, you do, eh?
Yeah.
You know my doctor, and you're my doctor.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, man. Nice.
Because you don't have to make an audible sound. You don't have to point it towards the sky.
Yeah.
You could try to hide. You could be a little more subtle with it if it is a medical condition.
Well, I know some people go to the bathroom to take their insulin and shit when they have diabetes because they're embarrassed. Like, if that's kind of what you want me to do with my medical
they don't do it
thing.
because they're embarrassed. They do it because they have to pull their pants down and get it into their thigh.
Okay, like, so you're just victim shaming, like, which kind of pisses me off. Like, all of a sudden now when I light my farts on fire as a joke, you're going to think that that's funny, but it's actually because I can't hold it in, and I'm just doing that so you guys are laughing with me, not at me, sort of thing. Because, to be honest with you, like, I burp and fart a lot because, like, me and the doctor are working on that. Like, I'm going through treatment and I'm trying to get better. Like, I told you, I'm considering the surgery. I'm considering, like, just covering up and stuff, but it is what it is. Like, and so then we go to we walk home. We have a great walk home. I'm burping. People are looking. I'm getting insecure. I'm thinking they're going to ask me what's my condition. I don't even want to get into that shit.
Right.
So we get home. We get A&W.
Yeah.
We go. We eat it. We go to sleep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, apparently something or another. I get up I get up and I start sleep talking.
So me and Scott are sharing a bed.
A bed.
We're sharing a bed. Scott's sleeping next to me. I'm rolled over on my side. My back's in pain. I'm like drifting off to sleep. And then
You're fully dressed. You got your shoes, your pants on, your belt, you got your hoodie on, so in case anybody looks at you, you know, you're not insecure.
Yeah.
I'm there in my underwear. I was thinking, you know.
You have your shirt off.
Because if I wear my pants, like, my farts build up and it's not good for my legs and stuff. So I'm there, no shirt on, with my underwear. And then apparently I started sleep talking or something.
This brings up both of our, like, because my insecurities is going to come up in a sec. You just yell, "Tim, no, I'll get the cab." And I'm just like, what?
The cab?
It was something like that. And then you're like, Tim. And I'm like, I'm right here. You're like, you're yelling. Why are you yelling? And you're like, oh, I'm not yelling.
That was like me waking up from like, I'm not sleeping at the
I was
magic
like half
show.
asleep. So Emily like,
So he rolls over onto all fours, talks to you in full volume. Like it wasn't like sleep talking where you're whispering or mumbling.
yeah, we're
full
sharing
volume.
a room with others.
Tim says,
Yeah.
"Are you okay?" And Scott says, "What? I was talking to you."
Which I was like.
No, and then so then I roll over, and then Emily and you were talking and laughing. So then I like immediately assumed you guys were making fun of me. So I go, "Were you guys making fun of me?"
Yeah, because I like realized what happened, so I laughed, and then you were worried we were making fun
Yeah,
of you.
you
Or
both
something.
were laughing, so I thought you were like fucking with me. So my little good thing I had my hoodie on, or I would have been really worried.
Yeah, you're like, my nipples showing right now. My bitch tits. And so we have a great sleep.
was actually a good sleep.
I think
I
I
enjoyed it.
actually. No.
You actually was.
Because I got up again in the middle of the night sleepwalking, and then me and Maddie had a wild night. And then we get ready to leave. I do an excellent 20-point turn
You were
that
up
scared
against
everybody.
Well, it was Emily's car. Emily was very, very, very particular about you not crashing her car into things.
Some sort of uptight
Uptight.
sort of thing.
It's
Like,
God.
hey, you know what? She says, hey, don't scratch my car. I lease it. I'm like,
What? We're city driving.
you know, what's the whole point of the bumper? I'm saying, you know, the
Yeah.
bumper should get a little,
Dinged up.
It's supposed to get a little dinged up.
That's why you have it.
You bring it back to the guy you're leasing it from. You said, well, yeah, I
It's
use
a
the
bumper.
It's a bumper. You buff. You
bump things.
Anything that happens, you say you can buff it out.
Emily's not laughing.
Anyway, but that was funny though.
Yeah, it took us a while because everything's going off now these days in the car. You got the beep beep beeps going because of these ultrasonic sensors. If you get like within like a 2 inches of a tree, it fucking goes off. Or a bush. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Squirrel runs by 20 yards away, it goes off. So I get out. I'd be the hero of the whole thing. I'm like, back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up, back and forward, back and forward, back and forward, back it up, back forward, forward. Stop, boop, back it up, back it up,
Yeah,
back it
that
up.
we
back it
needed
up.
that.
Well, wait, forward, back. Okay, we're good. And then we drive home.
And yeah, we drive home. I got to drive home.
Yep.
I was happy about that.
You were farting.
You get to do something. Yeah. I was
Rolling
like
the windows up.
experiencing my like medical condition, like
really
and
understanding what you're going through.
yeah. And it was fun driving. You know, you get to just live life. You know, you're like the dad of the trip of the drive. You know,
You're like, hey,
you kids keep it down back there, goddammit.
oh, African Lion Safari, who wants to go?
You're like,
Yeah.
no, we ain't stopping.
Yeah,
Keep it down back there, goddammit.
exactly. And then
Anyway.
we got home.
Then we got home. We had a great time.
A great time. And
You
life
know,
goes
and
on.
now I got my new hat, my new glasses, got the haircut to go with it.
And
I'm
I,
set for life.
and I got to think I lost a few friends.
You did. All right, guys, like and subscribe if you're even listening still. God damn
Do
it,
you think they're still listening?
somebody's still listening.
Tell
God
a
damn it,
friend, would you please? We're struggling here.
I ain't struggling. Tim's struggling. Your life's a struggle, though.
My life's not struggle.
There you go.
All right. We're getting the signal. We got
All
to
right,
wrap.
stay healthy, stay
Be
safe.
Stay cool.